Welcome back. I know this sounds crazy, but you can manifest good mental health just with your mind, and we're going to tell you how to do it right now. I'm Alex from the Whole Health Collective. This is Bridget from 5D Health, and we are here on our bi-weekly, tri-weekly podcast. Just looking to spread some insights, some good vibes over here, wanting you guys to hang out with us. We want to hang out with you. Let's find some solutions to our problems and talk about it. Mental health is everything.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'd say that mental health is probably one of the biggest problems that we have here on planet Earth for everyone. And I think over time and lately, everyone's starting to get a lot more comfortable being open and honest about mental health and what it is. And it used to be the stigma of don't talk about it, we don't have it. Like if you don't bring it up, it doesn't
That's
exist.
it's that people are still like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of people like that. And it's like, that doesn't help either. That's just suppression and not dealing with stuff and avoiding. And trust me, I've done a lot of suppressing emotions and suppressing how I really think and how I really feel and like hiding that for a really long time until, it kind of spills over and no matter what, manifested into my physical life. And then everyone can see. And then I'm wide out, bare ass naked in front of everyone for everyone to see, wow, she's really not doing so well. So that's what I've gotten from suppressing my emotions and not talking about them and pretending they aren't there, avoiding them. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like me and Alex both, we connect on that level of being able to just like express ourselves openly, honestly, vulnerably, and be able to like help deal with that stuff. Because I mean, am I wrong? Not every single person, if you're a human being, thinks this way, right? Or
I mean, I've thought about that too, and I've seen videos about like other cultures, right? And Buddhist people, they look at attachment in a way where attachment is the opposite of enlightenment. If you're not attached to anything, then you will have peace. And and I resonate with that because I don't do that,
Yeah.
on a natural, that's not me natural.
I mean, it makes so much sense because if you think about it, all of my suffering comes from like being attached to something externally from me, like being dependent on it, being attached to it, um, relying on it to give me something, to give me a feeling, to give me something, right? And so if I lose that or don't have that, then I'm creating all the suffering in my head that like I won't be okay without it. So that makes sense, total sense.
Yep. And I don't know, I mean, so that's kind of like the gold standard, I think, for when I have like my mental health. I mean, okay, here's another thing. It's like sometimes it's the chemical thing, right? Mm-hmm. Where like some people's brain chemistry is different. A lot of times it's situational and it causes your brain chemistry to change. Mm-hmm. But either way, you can't sit in your bed all day waiting for something to happen because nothing is going to happen unless you do something about it.
Yes.
It's impossible.
Ooh. And I remember that feeling. Oh my God, that feeling of just like total heavy, like a bottle of syrup is just poured over you and you can't move.
Yeah,
you can't move, you don't want to move. And like there's nothing that is going to like light you up to make you take action. Like nothing. Like a walk. Are you kidding me? That sounds horrible. Right? Like anything.
I'm not going on a walk when I feel like that. You know?
Yeah.
It's so hard to do anything. But I mean, having people in your circle, isn't it called a kula?
Yeah.
Having people in your kula, aka your circle, your really, really tight circle, like those
chosen
family, can help you get out of that, and but I think the main thing is when you are down and you create your own reality. So if you're only thinking negative thoughts, that's all you're going to get. If you're only concentrating on, I can't get out of bed, you're never going to get out of bed. If you're focused on, I'm going to go on a walk, I'm going to go on a walk, and that's all you're focusing on, then you're going to go on the walk.
Mhm.
But if you're thinking about how down in the dumps you are, you're never going to move.
Right.
You're never going to be able to get out of it.
Yeah, and I've been in the past. I've felt that way. I felt that there is no coming back from this. Like I've been stuck inside a room for days at a time, shades pulled shut. Just want to sleep, but like can't sleep anymore because I've slept so much, but like can't move still. Like depression is a real thing. Anxiety is a real thing, and it all stems in your mind. And that's what we're here to talk about today, is that I only got out of that state of being by applying like a practical program, a reprogramming of my mind, body, and spirit on a daily basis in order to like get out of that way of thinking and being. And it is possible to reprogram your mind. It is possible to put new things into your brain, create neural pathways in the brain.
But if someone wants to do that, how do they start? Like, where would you recommend someone, like, if someone's like, I need a total reprogram, like, I'm ready to, first of all, I think you have to be ready, probably.
Definitely. Willingness.
Your willingness. That's
willing.
step number one. And then what do you advise, or like what would you advise someone like from there? You know?
I would advise them to do something new.
What you did.
Something new every single day. Do that new thing every single day for 30 days straight, 60, and then just keep doing it. So whether that be journaling or meditating or praying or going for a walk or exercise, it's got to be one thing. You can start with one thing. And if you do that one thing every single day, that's called running a new program in your mind and your body, because that's all we are. Up until right now, I am a program of the past. Like everything that I've done every single day for my whole life, all of those programs are ran inside me. So yes, depression.
This is the program.
Yes,
here.
Exactly. This is the computer.
This is the computer.
This is the computer, and we're running all the programs. So the program of depression was instilled in me because I lived it every single day. The program of anxiety was instilled in me because I lived that every single day. Like, so I can choose on what programs I want to put in this computer and do it every single day. And your brain starts to pick up on it, and then it becomes effortless. And the more you put into your mind and your body, the more effortless it starts to become, and it just starts to become who you are. And that's how you change, and that's how you create a new self and who you want to be. Like you can choose. Like, do you want to journal every day? Do you want to meditate every day? Do you want to be someone who prays every day? Do you want to be someone who runs every day? Do you want to be someone who exercises every day? Like, you get to choose. Like, and I would advise you to do it every single day for 30 days and keep doing it after that. And that's what I did. And I did little by little, step by step, and I'm still choosing along the way. And like doing videos.
Right, I know. It's a new one.
Being on camera. This is a new program I'm running in here. Getting comfortable doing that. And hopefully becoming
a natural.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at it.
Oh, oh, thank you. No, you're like good at it. No, you're good at it.
We're all right.
Yeah. So what have you done? What are some of the things that you've done that have helped you?
So I think that the one that you just brought up is one that I like doing something new into my routine. So I talked about last week the brushing my teeth thing. That's like one. Yep, still do that. The cold water, still do that. Tapping into my creativity, that is a really, really big one for me. I'm not super into like exercise and fitness. That's like on my goals. That's like my next leap here that I need to take, and I know that, and trust me. Yeah, for creativity was the one that saved my ass though. Like this last time. Because I started working with some friends. They wanted to create an app, so we started creating that. So I got on myself. I went through like this really bad breakup. It was super messy. And I kind of lost my mind for a couple months. This was a summer or two ago. And tapping into my creative then is what really, really kept me sane. Really.
Well, can we talk about when you found out that you were sick?
Yeah. Oh, and what I did then?
Right.
Okay, that's
Well,
a really
talk
good
about
question.
how like it affected your mental health. First
Yeah.
of all, like knowing,
Right.
because you walked around for what, like 6 months, not
A
knowing.
year,
A
I think,
year.
dude.
She walked around a
A
year
year.
without knowing that she had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
But she knew something, right? Tell us.
Yeah. So, okay, I go to the gyno. Everything's good. This, like, normal appointment, whatever. Forget about it. That was in January. So, come summer, I feel something, and I, like, asked my girlfriend at the time, I'm like, do you feel anything? She's like, no, it's fine, whatever. And I just was like, okay, forgot about it. Next gyno appointment, she's like, bad news bears all around. So the first time they tell you, it's like you don't know what stage you're at. So it's like it could be stage 1, it could be stage 4. You don't really know. Obviously, you're hoping for stage 1. And at this point, before I even knew fully what was going on, I remember like panicking, telling everyone, and then being like, what if my scans come back and they're like good and this was like nothing to worry about? I'm gonna look like a complete idiot. That's where my mind is worried about. And it's like, you idiot, like your support system's not gonna do that. They are hoping for it to be nothing.
Yeah.
They hope it's a fluke, and I'm worried, my ego is worried about like me accidentally punking everyone that I have cancer.
Oh my god.
So then we find out it's stage 4, right? And so they initially saw in a scan that wasn't supposed to show my liver, it accidentally showed something. So it was like they couldn't really tell. So the PA, the physician's assistant, was relaying this info to me, and she was like, there could be something in your liver. And it's just me and my ex at the time, and I swear to God, I turned gray, I guess, like completely white, and I was just like couldn't breathe, like immediately. And then it was like a week of just that, like waiting and just not talking, not knowing. I had friends staying over at my house, like even though I was living with my girlfriend at the time, like I had like 5 girlfriends like in sleeping bags in my room. Like they were staying up, they were waiting for me to go to bed, like being there for me in the morning when I woke up, because I was just so scared. I've never been more terrified of anything in my life.
Right.
Because I literally asked the doctor, like, do I have months? Like days? Like what is going on?
What did they tell you when you asked them that?
So he was like, no, you don't have months. They basically said I have a 20% chance of surviving to 5 years. Yeah. And so, yeah, I know.
So you were handed a death sentence.
Yeah. And it's already been, dude, like almost 3 years. Wow. So it's like, but I don't fucking look at that. I'm living till I'm 100. Everything is going so well. Like, if that were my fate, I would have known it by now.
Well, I wanted to ask you about
and I would feel something in my heart. I would feel some sort of doom, and I feel quite the opposite of that.
Right, and like I want to know how you got. So I know that was like very bad time in your life for a while. It's like, where did you take this turn, and what did you do when you decided I'm gonna live? I don't care what they tell me.
Right.
I'm gonna be
so that's the thing, and like for some people, and I commend these people, it's like a right away thing. They're like, I'm fighting this, blah, blah, blah. For me, the fear really did take over for like about a year longer. Like not being able to leave bed, just being like attached at my phone, like hanging out with my family, like my birthday that year was awful. Like I'm like bald. They're all singing happy birthday to me, but they're all also crying because who knows if this is your last birthday, and I'm only 30. So it's like, it was this huge wild thing.
Yay.
Yeah, birthdays were weird for a while. Birthdays were hella weird for a while. Mm-hmm.
So you decided to finally take a turn.
But
say, I want to live and...
No, sorry. That's my ADD. I'm getting back on the track here.
Getting back on the track.
But shout out to my friends Rob and Megan, who, when I first got diagnosed, my friend Rob, he ran this meditation during COVID. It was every week. And it was like a Zoom of like 20, 30 people. When I got sick, I was like, I knew I needed to meditate. One, I didn't feel safe to do it alone because I didn't trust my brain and I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole. I didn't trust myself being still because my thoughts ended up dark every time. But Rob and Megan came over and ran a meditation with me every Sunday. And we would talk about what's going on with me, like for the week. We would meditate for an hour and then we'd hang out for like a half hour after, and they'd go home. And then they started dating.
Really?
Right in the middle of all this.
Wow.
I randomly asked Rob, I was like, we never talk about your relationship stuff. And he was like, we can talk about it. I was like, are you dating anyone? He's like, yeah. I was like, who? He was like, Megan. I'm like, we've been hanging out for months. And then you guys were doing it behind my back. Yeah.
Oh,
But
do you think that helps?
yes, so that helped extremely because one, I'm seeing the evidence in their lives that this is working for them, and they believe that it's working for me. So even though I don't believe that it's working, I have some sort of evidence that because it's working for them, it might work for me, but maybe just not right now. And we had these phenomenal talks. You know what? I should post them. They have them recorded.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wouldn't that
They
be
recorded
wild?
them?
They asked me and I said, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
this is my raw cancer thoughts.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, yeah.
So meditation.
So meditation helped me tremendously. Having girlfriends who would just answer the phone at 4 a.m. if I needed to. I'm trying to think of what else I did.
When did you take a turn as one more time? Repeat the question again. When did you take the turn?
Okay,
so like you're getting out of this.
So the meditation helped. I wasn't completely out of the turn yet.
Right.
And it took, again, like I said, like a year. And it's hard, a year or two. I'm trying to think of like, I honestly think it's when I left that toxic relationship and I was down on my ass with stage 4 cancer, living by myself for the first time.
Yeah.
And being like, oh shit, this is just me. I don't trust my body. I don't trust my ex. Now I have all these relationship issues and all these health issues, all these issues. But it honestly took me being alone and forced to be by myself, where I'm like, because then I'm showing myself love and I'm taking care of myself.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm not depending on other people doing that for me.
Yes, and using what's inside of here to heal you, because that's what it takes. And
Right.
I really believe that. It takes that, and I know that. Also, like, you left this relationship, which was like a huge, like, leap of your whole life.
You saw
her
it.
whole like identity, her whole life, her friendships.
I didn't talk
family.
for myself. I didn't hang out without this person.
Yeah, and you left it, and you took a leap of faith into the unknown, and then you were left with you and giving yourself unconditional love and like choosing to say, this is not going to bring me down. This is actually going to elevate
Lifts me up.
And this is what it took to elevate you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And you know what changed is like when you're so down on yourself, like you kind of end up hating yourself because you're like, you have this cloud over you. No one wants to hang out with you. You're causing stress in in people's lives. But when all of that goes away and you finally turn it around, the complete opposite is happening. Like people are drawn to you, you know? I don't know what the point of that was, but
it's a good point. I mean, it's true because what you're doing is instead of it brings back to the first thing we talked about, attachment. Instead of relying on these outside things, external things that we're attached to, we are turning inward and starting to use the power within us to rely on that and rely on
You're good, dude.
To rely, I don't know why I did
The
that.
power.
To rely on, basically relying on yourself and finding spirituality, like real spirituality, meaning something you can't hear, you can't touch, taste, smell, see with your five senses, but you can feel it, right? You can feel it. And like being disconnected from a feeling, a feel good feeling, right? Something that makes you feel better, being disconnected from something that is like the solution to your problems, to everyone's, to mine, it makes you like start to wither and deteriorate and stuff. And it's like, what are we doing here?
Right.
And that's when we reach for all the other things outside of us.
Yep.
That's what gets us through, right? For up into a point. But then when you're left with nothing and it's just you and it's just you reach for something spiritual. And like that could be, you know, God or Jesus or the universe or your angels or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's like none of us can really give you any evidence on what that is, but it is there. And when you have nothing left, that is what you turn to. And that's what I did too. I mean, I was
when you think about it, like I was thinking in the shower the other day, I'm trying to think of like a successful person who like doesn't believe in anything.
I know.
Everyone's like blessed, like whatever. It's like the people who don't believe in that stuff like aren't like as abundant.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't even want like I can't even fathom that.
But. Exactly. No, I can't fathom getting through this life on this third dimensional reality without help from something outside of me that helps me, right? Some energy. I don't know what it is, but I do know that it kept me alive in really dark times, and I know that it got me here right now. And something I wanted to share, because we're talking about like the power of the mind and manifesting mental health, not only mental health, but whatever you want, like I was talking about. It's like whatever you want. And this morning I was just like intuitively drawn to a meditation inside of me. So I just like started with breath work, because I do breath work most of the time, not every day, but I do breath work a lot. And then after the breath work, I did that one heart math meditation where you just draw a line from your brain to your heart a couple times. You envision your heart, and then
I don't know that one.
And then
explain this.
So it's called Heart Math. A guy named Greg Braden, I think, is the creator of it. But it's also similar to like Joe Dispenza's meditations and stuff like that. But essentially, you're just drawing a line with your breath and your imagination from your brain to your heart, heart to brain. Do that like 5-6 times. Then you use your third eye, your imagination, to envision what your heart looks like, how's it beating, what's it sound like, how fast, how slow. And once you see that for a couple seconds, you ask yourself inside, what brings me joy? What am I grateful for? And the things that I think I've talked about this to you.
I'm doing it.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Good, do it. So what am I grateful for? And like, not just like, oh, I'm grateful for my house and my car. And it's like, really think about it. What brings you joy? What lights up your heart? What gives you that feeling? You know, I can name one for you right now. Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel.
Imagine Mabel and her cute little face inside of your imagination.
Mabel.
And then get that elevated emotion you feel. And then go off that. Like, what else makes you feel like that? Like, I usually say my kitty Clover. I say my mom's dog Sunny. I say my little nephew Silas, because he's a little chubby, cute little face. I say like babies, and then I start to just see like animals. Like animals really, really elevate my emotions. They make me feel that warm and fuzziness. And then from there, I was guided into just like a future self meditation. This was all intuitively going on, and like it was like, okay, now imagine who you are in 5 years. What are you wearing? What do you look like? And like I imagine what I was wearing, and I'm not going to share that because it's kind of lame.
What is it?
I'm not. It's cool, but I just,
what is it? Say it.
Okay, I'm wearing just like a cool blazer suit.
Yeah, hell yeah, like a boss lady.
Right.
Yeah, you look like a boss lady.
Yeah, I look like a boss, and I have beautiful beautiful, healthy hair. My skin is super nice, and like my teeth are white,
Yeah.
and
fuck
I
yeah.
just look really good. And
Yo, can I be next to you when we're walking?
yeah, I can envision that. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
And then the
I
next
can
question
go with
was, okay, now ask your future self, or ask your future self. So Bridget, right here, ask your future self in your imagination, what is a message you would like me to hear? And then I asked my future self. So my future self, that when I envisioned that hot, cool, awesome boss lady, told me like with like the coolest vibe ever, and just nonchalant, very humble. She's just like, you have nothing to worry about. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Everything plays out exactly how you want. You become exactly who you want to be, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, and it all works out for you. And she just gave me a hug and was like, so take this feeling right now.
Chills, bro.
I know. She was like, take this feeling right now. And she was like, and live with that today. And I was like, okay, like, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. But I was even acting like that in the meditation. I was acting inferior. I was in the meditation to her, and that's why she had that vibe, like, stop, you're fine. It was so cool. It was so
That
weird.
is crazy that you felt inferior to her.
Yes.
It's you.
It's me. Yeah, it was really cool. So I thought I'd share that.
That's
because
awesome.
I couldn't even believe it, and I was like, man, this is like the stuff, you know, and like
the bread and butter.
Yeah, that is the stuff that's gonna get me to where I want to be and like who I want to be, and just knowing that like I'm on the right path. So I wanted to share that because I thought that was super sweet.
Yeah, that's super sweet.
Yeah, and I can guide you through one thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can guide it. We should do that for one of these. We'll do like a guided meditation.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that. And then maybe we can have a couple of our friends in real life. We can like have them in the camera and we can all just meditate together and talk about it after. And because I think that especially like people our age, I mean, we meditate, but it's like a lot of people don't. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of like people are not interested in it. They don't understand it. It's, you know, but for me, it's everything to the point where like I was saying, my teeth brushing meditation, right? Brushing my teeth with my left hand is becoming a meditation,
right? And that is how I have been able to like embody the energy of presence, the present moment, right? Because before my whole life, I go unconscious. I'm not in the present moment. If I'm sitting here with you, I'm on my phone, or I'm thinking about something else, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm go. Right. Like it's all about the next moment, or the ones that already happened. Like I'm always in the past, or I'm always in the future. I'm never right here, right now. And that's why I'm so unsatisfied. But like, it's almost like impossible to tell somebody who lives that way to just like, why don't you just like be in the present moment? Like it's hard. Right. And that's what meditation was able to do for me. Build that bridge into stop living in the past, quit worrying about the future, and like get right here, right now, and get satisfied here. And everything starts to work out a lot better. And and
focus on the positive things.
Right.
Like I always use the example, if you're broke and all you're focusing on is being broke, you're going to stay broke. But if you're broke and you focus on making money, you're going to make money.
Yep. That's what I said to someone at my studio the other day. One of my students, can't remember what he was saying. He was talking about like, you know, manifesting and stuff like that and the law of attraction and stuff. And I was like, I was like, focus on the bad, get more bad. Focus on the good, get more good. It's simple math. And he just like started laughing. He's like, I know. And I'm like, yeah. And it's true. That's awesome. Like, yes, living in this world, you're going to come across problems, right?
Yeah.
Everyone. No matter what, right? But you focus on the problem and not the solution, you're going to stay in the problem.
Yes. So, promise. This should be our mantra for the week, or just for anyone ever. It's like, what was it?
What did we just say?
Stay in the solution.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Don't stay in the problem. Stay in the solution. Right. Stay in the solution.
That is our mantra.
Every problem has a solution. Yes. And stay in the solution.
Yeah, as much as you can. And when you catch yourself like just like talking about the problem, or let's talk more about it, let's tell this person, that person, that
you
person.
have to make sense of it.
Right.
But stop please stop sitting in it and
Mm.
mustering in it because you're just gonna sit there. It's the syrup. You're
Right.
gonna. It's more syrup.
Molasses.
Molasses. Fucking ew.
Yeah, and this is why me and her bond so well because we have found this new way of like seeing the world. Like it's like putting on a new pair of glasses
Yeah,
and
for
having
real.
a new set of headphones, like hearing and seeing completely differently. And it all starts in your perspective and in your brain and what you choose to feed and what you choose to pay attention to. We both have figured that out. She got, you know, a destina's hand to her in order to like light a fire in their ass and say, look, you want to start thinking differently or what?
Right. And another thing I wanted to say, did I say this last time? Like I was so depressed when I was sick, like suicidal and stuff. And I can't even fathom that anymore. Not living like crazy. Like to the point where like it was a couple days before Christmas and I was like, I thought I needed to go to the psych ward, but I didn't want to miss Christmas. So I just had friends staying with me to like make sure I was chill. And then this happens and here I am like trying to reach a mass audience of people to say like these are the things that helped me and I have stage 4 cancer. They can help you. You don't need cancer for these things to help you with.
Yes.
Like even like the way that I eat and the products that I use and the same with you. It's like you don't have to everyone should be doing these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why we're here is to hopefully
help
you light a fire under your ass and also hold ourselves accountable.
Right. Yep.
By getting in front of the camera and doing hard things.
And doing the hard things. Yeah, doing the things like that make us uncomfortable. And I was telling her, I don't know if I mentioned this already, about being in front of a camera and like talking in front of a camera is a whole nother layer of like self-centered fear and like self-consciousness and self-esteem that you have to uncover in yourself. And like that's where I'm at right now with it. And this is I just had this calling in my heart. It's pretty sad, but for 6 years I've had a calling in my heart that is like, make a channel. And I'm like, no. Shut up back there. Go right, right? And like I can no longer avoid it. I can't. And so I'm just stepping into it. And
lean into it. Lean into the fear. Lean into the uncomfortability. Lean in to manifesting the good shit. You deserve it. We're all just doing our best here. There's enough in this world for everyone. There's enough peace. There's enough love. There's enough energy. There's enough money. There's enough food. You just got to go out there and find it.
It is abundant. And one thing I want to say before we end is the highest vibration on planet Earth. So the highest frequency that you can vibrate at in your own body is authenticity. But yet it's the hardest one for all of us
to be yourself.
To just be yourself, right? Like because we want to hide all these parts of ourselves.
Because I say something funny that I think's funny and someone's like, ugh. And then it's like, and that kills it. And
then you have a belief in your head that like when I say funny things, people are gonna make fun of me or something. Yeah. So we shut it down.
So then I'm not gonna be. Yeah. So then you just suppress being you.
Exactly. Right. So
cut it out. Knock it off.
Stop that. No, it does. It feels really good to just be able to have people around you that you can just be yourself with, be your goofy, full, authentic self with. And that's kind of like our goal here to accomplish as a team, as a collaboration. Make a channel where we want all of you to participate, be yourself, be authentic, and let's just join together and become more connected. And like, no better connection has ever been made in my life where like on the surface based stuff, it's like, whatever. But like when you connect on a deep human level and I share some vulnerable stuff with you and you share it with me, that's a connection that like you can't beat. Yeah. And so I guess that's why we're here, right?
Yep. Hell yeah. And we're excited to do this every time we do it. It always ends up being this impromptu, no topic till 5 minutes before type thing, and we always end up getting it.
Yeah.
We always end up
because it's spirit with us.
Yeah.
That's why it's the flow of energy.
And it's just every day I'm like, help me be more me. But we'll catch you next time. We gotta babysit.
Yeah, we got kids here running around. Come here, come say hi. No.
I don't know.
No,
it
he
asks
said
us.
no.
It
Oh,
asks
yeah,
us
no
if there's
kids.
kids in the video. Remember?
Yeah, true.
So I don't know if we can. But anyway, I don't want someone else's kid in our video just in case. And have a good day, guys. Let us know if you guys do any of this stuff. I hope you guys are actually like watching this fully through. If you're not, like go back and start over because you're doing it wrong. We'll catch you soon and
like,
stay well.
subscribe, share, and tune in next time. We'll see you later.
Yeah, do it up. Bye. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.